Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Wan Nulia Medicine binti Wad Raza and my matrix number is 2021667588. So now I will give an introduction for our research, which is our background study. So UiTM Perlis branch is a well-known public higher education institution in Perlis. It was created on July 1, 1974. The institution has 7 faculties and offers up to 34 programs. The faculty includes sports and education science, accounting, plantation and agrotechnology, computer science and mathematics, business and management, applied science and others. This research focuses solely on computer and mathematical science students from semester 5.
Problem statement. A student academic performance is affected by the surrounding circumstances that will shape a person's learning style until the appropriate academic performance is achieved with the effort they have made. A student's academic performance may be impacted by a variety of factors, including the numbers of subjects taken, family income, sleep patterns, and the amount of time spent studying each day. Not to be overlooked, gender has a significant impact on academic achievement as well because being female students have a distinct capacity for thought than male students. According to Marty Barrister, a student findings indicate that the student gender significantly influence their academic achievement. Thus, the purpose of this research is to examine the variables that affect a student's academic performance. It also looks at possible factors that might be relatively significant in influencing how well students succeed academically.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Siti Sarah binti Abdul Wahab. Okay, now I will explain our objective for the assignment. We have 5 objectives, which is firstly, to determine the significant factor influencing student academic performance, and secondly, to analyze the demographic profile of the respondent. Thirdly, to determine the significant study hours per day between gender, and then to investigate the significant sleeping hours per day between gender, and lastly, to analyze the mean difference of student academic performance between gender.
Next, I will explain more about methodology. The first one is research design and methods. We use a cross-sectional study for the population. All the students enrolled in Part 5 of Computer Science and Mathematics course. For the sample size, we use 60 students enrolled in Part 5 of the Computer Science and Mathematics course. But in order to achieve a significant result, we have to reduce our sample to 25% of original size by using autodata case at SPSS. For the sampling design, we use quota sampling, which is non-probability. For the data collection method, we use self-administered questionnaire.
So now I will proceed with data analysis. There is 4 statistical analysis. The first one is multiple linear regression test. The second one is ANOVA. The third one is also ANOVA, and the fourth one is independent sample test. For the first one, which is multiple linear regression, the objective is to determine the significant factor influencing students' academic performance. So, as you can see from the slide, for the table Pearson correlation coefficient, the Pearson correlation analysis was done to determine the strength of the relationship between the independent variable, which is students' academic performance (CGPA), and independent variables, which are sleeping hours, study hours, family monthly income, and the mean score of study lifestyle. From the table, the result was found that all our value is between more than 0 and less than 0.5. Pearson correlation was identified that 0.488 for sleeping hours respectively with CGPA. It shows that there exists a moderate positive relationship between sleeping hours with CGPA. Meanwhile, there exists a negative relationship between study hours, which is with R negative 0.341. Other than that, the Pearson correlation value for mean score of study lifestyle and family monthly income with Pearson correlation value is negative 0.764 and negative 0.057. It's approximately close to 0, assuming that there is no correlation between mean score of study lifestyle and family monthly income with CGPA. Next, from the table 4.2.1.2, the model summary table, 86.6% of the total variation in respondents' CGPA can be explained by the independent variable. which is study hours, sleep hours, income, and study lifestyle, while another 13.4% is explained by other factors. Okay, from the ANOVA table, we reject the hash note since 8.055, which is TS, is higher than critical value CS. We can conclude that there is a mean difference in the mean respondents CGPA among the factors, which is study lifestyle, study hours, sleep hours, and family income. As you can see on the slide, for the histogram, we can say that the residual is normally distributed, and the p-plot is also normally distributed since it lies along a straight line.
Next, test 2. We use ANOVA for the test 2 to determine the significant study hours per day between gender. So for the first step, which is hypothesis H0 is mean 1 equal to mean 2. H1 is at least 2 means are different. For the step 2, test statistic TS, F value is 0.059 and therefore P value is 0.813. For the step 3, critical value CV, alpha value is 0.05. And for the step 4, decision rule DR, reject H null if P value is less than alpha value, which is 0.05. Step 5, decision and conclusion. Since 0.813 is greater than 0.05, so fail to reject H null. We can conclude that there is no significance in the mean study hours per day among genders.
Still use ANOVA test to investigate the significant sleeping hours per day between genders. Here is the table of ANOVA test showing the respondent sleeping hours. So for step 1, hypothesis H null mean 1 equal to mean 2. H1 at least 2 means are different. Step 2, test statistic TS. F value equal to 0.026, P value equal to 0.875. Step 3, critical value CV, alpha value equal to 0.05. Step 4, decision rule DR. Reject H null if P value less than alpha 0.05. Step 5, decision and conclusion. Since 0.875 more than 0.05, so fail to reject H null. We can conclude that there is no difference in mean sleep hours per day among genders.
For our last objective, we use independent sample t-test, and for the research question is there a difference in mean of student academic performance between gender? For the H0, there is no mean difference in student academic performance between gender. Then opposite of that, H1 is there is difference in mean of student academic performance between gender. From the SSPS result, we can know that the p-value is 0.360, which is more than significant level of 0.05. So, fail to reject the null hypothesis of equal variance. Therefore, it can be concluded that the variance of CGPA score in the two groups, which is male and female, are equal. And then, the corresponding p-value was 0.196, which is greater than the significant level of 0.05. This indicates that there is no mean difference in student academic performance between gender, which is male and female. Their performance is equal.
In conclusion, we can conclude that we use 60 respondents for demography data, and we have to reduce sample to 25% using select cases at SPSS. 28.3% of the respondents were male and 71.7% of the respondents were female. Multiple linear regression was applied and the hypothesis was accepted. We can conclude that there is a mean difference in the mean response CGPA among the factors. ANOVA was applied in the second test and the hypothesis was rejected. There is no significance in the mean study hours per day among genders. ANOVA also was applied in the third test and the hypothesis was rejected. There is no significance in the mean sleep hours per day among genders. Lastly, independent t-tests were applied and the hypothesis was rejected. There is no mean difference in a student's academic performance between genders. That's all from us. Thank you.